to wordpress.org, which you can find on this URL over here, and then make sure that your web hosting account has met the specifications or the requirements in order for you to use WordPress on your server. If not, you can use liquidweb.com, which I'm using myself, and which I highly recommend this company for you to use, because this company also offers cPanel, and also all the specifications of the server meet the minimum requirement. To download the WordPress, click on this download link over here. Okay, next, you can see this is the latest version as of doing this video, 2.3.2. Then download it by clicking here, the zip file or tar.gz, but the most common compressed file is zip file, so just download this by clicking here. Click on OK and download to your desktop for easier reference. Okay, it's done. So I go back to my desktop. Okay, next I will extract the file to my desktop. And as you can see, all the files are located in this folder right now. Then to read the installation document, click on this link or this file. Okay, let's scroll down. As you can see, it says this is a famous 5-minute installation. That means it's very easy and quite straightforward. First, we have to unzip the package into an empty directory, and we have done this. Next, open up wp config sample.php with a text editor like WordPad or similar, and fill in your database connection details. Okay, now we need to create our database. So I go back to my cPanel account, and I'll go to find MySQL database. Right here. So I click once. Okay, then I'll create a new database, and you can name it whatever you want, but I will name it as WordPress so that I can identify easily. Then just click on this create database button. Okay, the database has been added. Now let's go back. Okay, next we will have to create a username, MySQL user. So let's say the user is test, password is test, password is test, because this is just for the sake of showing you how to do this. Okay, you can also optionally click on this generate password feature over here so that it will generate a very strong password for you. Now after I've done this, click on the create user button over here. Okay, it's done. Now let's go back, scroll down, and now we need to add the user to the database. That means we need to integrate the user to the database. So the user is test, you can see here, amc_test. Database is this one, amc_WordPress. So click on add button over here, and then check on this box where it says all privileges, and then once I've done that, I'll click make changes button over here. Okay, and there you go, the database and the user has been integrated. Now you must take note that the name of the database is amc_WordPress. The name of the user is amc_test, and the password, which is not shown over here, is test. So of course all these details will be your own when you do your own installation. Okay, now let's go back to the readme file. So now we need to open up the wp config sample.php file. So let's go to the directory and find the file. So there it is, you can see here. So I'll open with text editor. This is the most cleanest way to do, so that your code will not be corrupted. So I'll open with a text editor, open with, so just now I right click and then this dialog box appears. Then now go to open with and I choose Notepad. Okay, there you go. You can see there are some settings which we need to insert over here. So first is DB name. This is the name of the database. So remember the name just now. It is AMC underscore WordPress. If you are unsure of the settings over here, the fields or the variables that you need to insert over here, then go back to the cPanel just now. Okay, right here, and this is the name of the database. You can see here, this is the name, AMC underscore WordPress. So you can also copy and paste. Right click, copy and paste for better results. Okay, right click, paste, and then the database user is this one, the user. So we can also copy, right click and paste over here, the user, right click and paste. And next is the database password. Password that I did just now was test, if you can recall. Okay, then the database host. Normally more than 90% of the time it is localhost, but you need to check with your web hosting company what this value is. Like you can just try localhost, and most of the time, as you can see, 99% chance you won't need to change this value. Okay, and the rest you can just ignore. Go to file, this time save as. Please see over here, look at the readme button, save as wp -config.php. So I can just copy this one. This name is fixed, you must save it as this file name, and I type and I paste over here. And this is also very important, you need to change the save as type to all files, or else it will save as text document. So once you have it saved as all files, it will save according to this extension over here, which is .php. Okay, so save in the WordPress directory and click on the save button over here. Okay, now it's done. Go back, click here, 3. Now the next step is to upload everything. That means upload all the files to your own directory or your blog. Okay, to upload everything, all the files, I'll be using a third-party FTP client. So this is an example of an FTP client which you can download or get it from smartftp.com. Once again, smartftp.com, and it is free for personal use, but if it's for commercial use, then you'll have to register and pay a very small fee. Now this FTP client will be able to upload many files at one time. So instead of using your cPanel upload file feature, which are restricted in the numbers of files that can be uploaded at one time, so using an FTP client is the best method and the best choice, and it will save you time and frustration. So right now I'm in my Smart FTP account, and I will connect to this server, to my own server. Okay, this is the root directory you can see here. We'll need to go to the home directory, and I'll scroll down, and to go to the root directory, I'll either need to click on this public_html folder or the www folder or the directory. So just double click. Okay, now I need to create the directory name of my blog. So it's up to you where you want to upload the files. For me personally, I would prefer to have it on a directory of its own. So I will right click and create a new directory or a new folder, and I will name it as blog. Okay, you can name it whatever that you want. Okay, now it's done. So I'll double click on the blog directory or the folder so that it will go inside the folder. Okay, now it's done. You can see it's empty. Now on the left hand side over here, this is the local files. The local files, that means all the files that are on my computer. So I'll find the directory WordPress just now. Okay, so all these files, I will need to upload it to this location, to my server. Okay, so I will click once on my mouse, and then I will press the shift button on my keyboard. Okay, do not let go the shift button, and I just click here on my mouse. There you go. So all the files have been selected. So now, two ways for me to upload it. Either I use this button over here to upload, or I'll just drag all the I'll just drag all the files to the directory over here. So in order for me to drag, I'll just click on my mouse, left click without releasing it. So drag it, and right here, and I'll just release it. So now all the files are being uploaded. So I'll pause this video and I'll come back to you once everything has been uploaded. Okay, welcome back. Now all the files have been uploaded. Now the next step, let's go to the manual installation. Number 5, we need to open the install.php file over here in your browser. And this is how you do it. I just copy this link first. Right click and copy. And now I go to a new tab. Okay, type in the domain name which you install the script on. So in my case, I type in amazingmarketingcenter.com / and now I'll just paste what I've copied just now. Right click and okay, I'm sorry, I need to put in the blog directory first. So you need to put in your blog directory and the name of the blog directory which you created. So mine is blog / okay, so this is up to individual. If you don't use any directory after the main domain, then there won't be any directory over here. If yes, then you type in directory name. Now I'll just paste so that the URL points towards the install.php file. Okay, now that it's done, I'll click enter. Okay, there you go. You can see now we need to type in a few variables over here. Okay, blog title. You just type in your blog title. I'll type in mine. For example, Amazing Marketing Center blog. Okay, my email address. Okay, and this allows your blog to appear in search engines like Google and Technorati. So up to you if you want it. Normally people will check this box because it will help advertise your blog. So once you've done everything, once you've checked everything, just click on this install WordPress button over here. And there you go. WordPress has been installed. Now we can log in with the username admin and the password, this password. Okay. Now let's log in. I'll right click this link. You can see in the status bar over here, it's already pointing to the full URL. So I right click and I go to open new link in new tab, open link in new tab. And remember this username and password. So the password is more difficult, so I'll just copy the password. Right click and copy. The username is admin. Okay, so type in admin. And the password, I'll just copy what it is just now. And I hit the login button. And there you go. Now the WordPress has been successfully installed on my server. So thank you for watching and have a great day. WordPress on your server using the Fantastico feature. Scroll down and I'll click on this Fantastico link. Okay, now I will choose WordPress from the left hand side. All these are free open source scripts which you can use and install automatically on your server. So in order for me to install WordPress, just go under the blog section over here and click on WordPress. Okay, next. It gives the short description about WordPress and the homepage URL and also the support forum. Now to install, click on this link over here, new installation. Okay, next. Choose the domain name which you want to install the script on. If you have a reseller account where you have a lot of domain names, then this drop down box will show a lot of domain names. But since this is just one domain name, so there is only one choice. Next is install in which directory. That means if you want your blog URL to be www.yourdomainname.com/blog, for example, then just type in blog. Okay, now the administrator username, type in your desired username. It can be anything, and then type in your password, your desired password. So I just type in test. Now the admin nickname, put in your nickname or your real name, it's up to you. And then admin email address, type in your email address, type in your site name, your blog site name. For example, okay. Next is the description. For example, type in the description of your blog. Money making ideas. Okay, this is just an example. Now scroll down. Okay, next is the email account configuration. Now this is to use the block by email feature. So type in your email account username if you have created one, or else it will be your default email account. And the password, type in your password. Your POP server, normally this is the default one, and the POP SMTP server port. Once you are done everything, just click on the install button. Okay, now this is the second part of the 3-step installation. It says that the MySQL database and MySQL user will be created and used for this installation. So to confirm everything, just click on finish installation button over here. Okay, it's done. Now you can see the installation has been successful. Now the username is admin and the password is test. Now let's test whether or not the block has been successfully installed. So I open in a new tab. Okay, now type in the username and the password and login. And there you go, the WordPress has been successfully installed. You can see over here, this is the name of your blog, and this is the name, my own name, which I specified just now. So thank you for watching and have a great day. Directory or this folder, and you can see all the files are inside here. So you do not need to do anything to the files here. What you need to do is just to upload this folder or directory to your script location. Okay, so this is how you do it. Try to get a Smart FTP or any FTP client, like I've shown you in the earlier part of the video on how to install this script. So I will connect. Okay, now let's go to this directory, WP dash content. Double click and double click on the themes folder or directory over here. And there you go. You can see right now in this directory, the themes directory, there are only two folders over here, which is classic and default. So this classic and default is the WordPress theme. As you can see over here, let's go again to the main page, admin page. Okay, there you go. You can see over here there are two themes available. Okay, the current theme is the WordPress Classic and the WordPress Default. So that is why you can only see two directories or two folders over here. So if you want to add more themes, you just need to upload all the WordPress themes into this directory over here. Okay, take note of this. This is the directory where you need to upload all your themes folder. So since I've downloaded the Misty Look theme, so I'll find the folder over here in my desktop, and I will transfer, or I'll upload the files. I'll drag it to the directory on my server right here. Okay, so now it's being uploaded. I will pause this video for a while. Okay, welcome back. Now that the folder has been uploaded, let's go back to the WordPress admin area. Okay, let's refresh this page. So the new theme should be available in this section, and there you go. You can see here the available themes. This Misty Look has been added. So in order for me to change the theme, I just click on this link over here or the image over here, and there you go. The new theme has been activated. So now let's view the new site. Right click and open. So let's close a few windows since we don't need to use all these. Okay, there you go. You can see the theme has been activated, and my blog now looks different, and it looks exactly like the theme which I have chosen just now, which is Misty Look, created by or developed by Sadish. Okay, so this will be the new feel and look of my blog. Okay, so that is how you change your theme. So if you want more choices, just choose many themes which you want to include on your WordPress admin area, and once you upload all the directories or the folders into this location, okay, this location over here, then all the themes will appear right here in the available themes. Okay, so once I'm in the presentation tab area, I will click on this custom image header link. Okay, you can see right now this is the default header image which is supplied by the theme. Now if I want to upload the new header image, I will need to use this feature over here, and before that I must make sure that my image has this size, which is 760 by 200 pixels. So if you already have your own header image which you ask your graphic designer to design for you, or even if you design yourself, make sure that the measurement or the specification of the image is according to these pixels, 760 by 200. Okay, now I will browse an image from my computer, and I already have my image over here. I choose, click open, and I will click on upload button over here. Okay. Now you can see here, it asks me to choose which part of the image I want to use as my header. So I can edit this section. Let's say if this white section is too much, so I can just bring it up. Okay, let's see if this is possible. Okay, it looks like not possible because it doesn't allow the image to be edited in one way. When I bring this up, it just drags to the left at the same time, so this is not possible. So I will leave it as it is like this. Okay, then I will crop the header. There you go. The site is complete, the header is complete. Now let's see. Let's view the new site. I'll click on refresh over here. And there you go. The header has been replaced. So this is my new header right now on my blog. So this is how my blog looks like for now. Okay. Now there's one thing that you need to ensure, that when you want to change your custom image header, okay, when you click on this upload button, you might get an error message saying that directory cannot be created. That's because your folder or your directory has permissions in it which doesn't allow it to be writable. So for example, okay, you can see this WP content folder or the directory. I'll double click and look at this uploads directory over here. This uploads directory or folder is being created automatically when I upload my image header just now. So in order for you to ensure that this upload directory is allowed to be created automatically, you must make sure that your directory WP-content directory here allows an image or allows something to be writable. That means this must be writable. The permissions must be writable. Let's go back. To do that, you have to change it to 777 properties. Okay, like here, click. It must be 777. For me, I've done it just now, which is why you see that it allows the image to be replaced. So by having 777 permission, it will allow the execution of a directory or a file to be uploaded on that section. Okay, and you can also click here to apply changes to this folder, to the subfolders and the files. Then once you are done, you just click on OK. If you are done with this, it is recommended that you change back the permissions to 755 so that the directory will not be abused, to prevent any potential abuse. Okay, so that's all for the custom image. Theme editor, you can see here, if you are in the presentation tab over here, click on this theme editor. Now this is basically the direct source code of the WordPress theme. You can see on the right hand side over here, it has all the files: styles, sheet, the not found.php, single post, archives, functions. It has all the files that are able for you to edit if you know what to do. So you can see you can edit a lot of pages. If you just click, it will bring you to the source code of the page on here, right here, and you can edit this. Now take note that in my previous video I showed you how to change the custom image header, okay, over here. Now this is very important for you to know. As you can see, this is a Misty Look Options tab and also a custom image header tab. Now this doesn't necessarily appear on all WordPress theme, but these two options appear because the developer of the theme has included these two options to be integrated into the WordPress admin area over here if you use the theme. So sometimes, or most of the times, I see that you will only have three options over here, which is the themes, widgets, and theme editor. So most themes, or I can say many themes which I've also come across, they do not have this options tab or custom image header. It's just that this developer makes it more user friendly for the person using this to edit their image header and to configure their options. So if these two options are not available, most of the time you will need to use this theme editor over here, and you need to edit the code in order for you to do the necessary changes, like replacing the header, the footer, and so on. Now I'll show you an example. This is my own blog over here. Okay, it is located at amirsalim.com. This is my own blog, and I'm using the glossy blue theme. Okay, and you can see this is the style.css file. Now for me, in order for me to change my image header, I will need to go to this code. You can see here, it is found here, header area, background URL, and this is the direct path to my image header. So let's open up. I will open my site for you to view. Open in a new tab. There you can see this image header. It has been replaced directly from the source code. So I change the source code to point this area, the header area, to point to the header image on my server. Now you can see over here, I have a different look in terms of the menu, because this is a new plugin. That means I'm using a different plugin, and I will show you this in the next video series on how you can get this plugin and how you can install it on your own server, because it looks much nicer. Now you can see this presentation, there are only three. This presentation area, there are themes, widgets, and theme editor. As for the section over here, the presentation, there are 5. Like I've said, these two options, which is the Misty Look options and the custom image header, is inserted or included by the developer of this theme. So the theme that I'm using for my blog right now, you can see here, the glossy blue, it doesn't have the extra or the additional options, which is why I need to do a longer way, or I need to find the necessary source code and to edit it directly from the code. So this can be very daunting task, and normally those who use a particular WordPress theme will ask directly from the developer of the theme, to ask them directly where they can find the code, the necessary code which they need to make changes in order for them to accomplish a certain task. So like this one, this is an example. You can see among many codes over here, you'll have to directly find where the code is, so it's quite troublesome. Now let's see, this header image has the height 190. If I change over here, come 200 or 210, okay, this is just an example, and if I click on the update file button over here, okay, and if I refresh, you will see something changes to the header. Okay, let's see, refresh again. Now probably the size doesn't make any difference at all, because the changes is quite small. So let's say I change it to, let's find it, okay, that's the height. Let's say I change it to 250 pixels, that's the height, and I update the file. Okay, let's see. I think this needs to be refreshed many times. Copy and Okay, let's see. I'll refresh this, and there you go. You can see the header has been the header area here has been edited because I've increased the height area to 250 pixels. So this looks a bit awkward and out of place. So, but I just want to show you an example on how this changing or editing of the theme over here will affect the overall look of the block. Okay, so I'll change it back to my original settings. Okay, there you go. I'll change it back to 190 pixel, and I update the file. So now let's go back to the admin area over here. So like I've said, you really need to know what to do. You really need to know exactly where to find the code. So normally you will ask this from the developer of the WordPress theme himself or herself. Okay, now let's see if you want to edit this file. You can see here the style.css file. Now you notice that there are no buttons over here for me to edit it. In fact, it says if this file were writable, you could edit it. Now unlike my blog over here, there is an update file, whereas for this one it doesn't have. And the reason is because the file over here has been configured to not allowing people to write the files. That means the files are not writable, which is why it says over here if this file were writable, you could edit it. So in order for you to change these settings to make it writable, you'll have to change the permissions of the file. So for example, let's go to my FTP client, and I'll need to go to my themes over here, themes folder or directory, and go to the directory or the folder which has the theme which is currently being used. So it's Misty Look. So I go into the directory. Now you can see all the files are over here. So since I want to change the CSS file, there you go, the style.css file, I'll need to change the permission. Right click, go to properties or the change mode, and I'll need to change the permissions to 777 to make it writable. Okay, once I've done that, I click on OK, and there you go, the permissions has been changed. So let's go back, and I will refresh this page, and you should see the button over there, over here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there you go. This update file button is over here, so you can update or you can edit the file over here, the code, and then once you are done, just click on the update file. Now if you are done, then you'll just change the permissions settings back to 644 for this case. So do the same for the rest. If you want to change the header, the sidebar, the links, you have to find the files over here and make sure that it is writable. Change the permissions to 777, and once it's writable, then you can edit or you can change the code over here and click on the update file button. So that's all for this tutorial. WordPress plugin. Now basically plugins extend and expand the functionality of WordPress. As you can see on this page right now, there are two plugins which are by default being installed on WordPress when we put the script on our server. There's a plugin for this Akismet and also the Hello Dolly. Now these plugins have their own functions. As you can see, the first one, it actually try to review and catch spam comments. As for the second one, it is more towards putting a lyric from Hello Dolly in the upper right of your admin screen. So basically it's just like adding more flavors to your WordPress functionality. Another example is from my own blog, which you can see over here. You can see that the menu is different. Okay, it's different from the original one over here. This one takes a longer time because I need to click on this link over here, presentation, and then it will subsequently choose or display other sets of links, sublinks, whereas the plugin that I use will automatically bring down the direct links from each section. So this saves time and also bandwidth. Another plugin which I personally use is this plugin, Permanent Redirect. It allows a post or a page to redirect directly to another set of URL. Okay, now where can you find these plugins? Now if you go to the plugins section of your admin area, you will find that WordPress has a link down here. It says get more plugins, and you can find additional plugins for your site in this WordPress directory, plugin directory. And there are hundreds, if not thousands, of plugins being created and developed by people who love WordPress. That means they are all volunteers, people who wish to develop WordPress into a more powerful application. So if I right click over here and open a new tab or a new window, it will go to the WordPress plugins directory. Okay, it's taking quite some time. Okay, there you go. You can see over here there are thousands. There is currently 1,468 plugins and over 3 million downloads, more than 3 million downloads, and still counting. So you can see there are some featured plugins over here, you can see, and you just need to click on any of these categories. The plugins are related to different categories, and you can find them by clicking on any of the category links over here. Okay, a lot of plugins which you can find and you can search. Now I will show you an example on how to install and activate a plugin. This is quite straightforward, very simple, and I will try to download a plugin called TinyMCE Advanced. So basically this will add more functions to the HTML editor where we need to write our post or write our page. Now this is where it is. Let's go back to the admin area. Okay, now I click on write over here. Okay, now you can see over here there is one row of functions, and we would like to add more functions to this section over here so that you can type in your post much easier. So let's go back to the TinyMCE Advanced plugin, and I'll download the plugin over here. I click here. Okay, so I'll download to my desktop. And I will unzip the file. And then I will need to upload the folder or the directory to this directory over here, which I will show you. Okay, there you go. This is the format, your block name, the wp-content, and then double click on the plugins folder over here. So now I'm going to upload the plugin folder which I have downloaded to my desktop just now. So this one, I will upload it to this directory. So remember, the directory that you need to upload it is this directory here, wp-content/plugins. So now let's upload the folder. I'll drag this to the directory here. And now I will stop or pause this video, and I'll come back once all the files have been uploaded. Okay, welcome back. Now the folder has been uploaded. Now let's go back to the admin area. Okay, I will click on plugins. And by now we should see the folder or the plugin already installed on this admin area. Now let's scroll down, and there you go. You can see here this TinyMCE Advanced has been uploaded. So now we need to activate the plugin. So activate it by clicking on this link, activate link. Okay, there you go. The plugin has been activated. Okay, now we will need to go to manage. Over here, manage link. Now please take note that not all plugins work the same way, but the majority will work by uploading the folder to the directory and then activating it on this page. Most plugins will work right after that, but some plugins do require you to have another step, an additional step. So like this case, this MCE Advanced plugin need another step. So we need to go to manage over here, click on manage, and click on this TinyMCE Advanced option over here. Now over here you can see how we can manage these TinyMCE buttons. We can arrange them. Now you can see there are 3 rows, and let's see if I want to I want this function, cut function and copy function, to be available. Then I will just drag, left click on my mouse and just drag it to this section over here. There you go, the scissors has been added, the scissors image. Now let's choose this, copy, bring up here, and let's say I want to choose this text color. I'll bring up here. Let's say I want to insert movie. I want to have this text. Bring up here, drag it. When you drag it, left click on your mouse and do not release the click or the mouse button until you reach over here. Now let's do this font size, put it over here, and next select font over here. So these are examples on how you can arrange them. You can even arrange them over here. Now you can drag it down here, or you can put it back, or wherever you like you can arrange it. Everything can be done right on this page. So once you have done all correctly or properly according to your own preference, then you just need to click on save changes over here. And now the options has been saved. So now let's go to right option over here, the right section. Let's see how it looks like. And there you go. Now it looks like this. All this we have added it, and this looks a bit awkward because it's sticking out. So you have to go back to the page, to the previous page which you see just now, and you have to rearrange them properly again. Okay, so this is the first plugin. Now let's find another plugin. This time it will be the same as my own blog, which is this advanced admin menus. So I'll just right click, open in a new tab to go directly to the website. It is called admin drop down menus, and I'll download it by clicking on this link. I'll click here and save it right here. Okay, now I'll unzip the file, and this time again I will upload it like just now. I have to refresh this. Okay, so this is the folder over here. So I will again drag or upload this folder to this directory over here, plugins, the same directory which I uploaded the TinyMCE Advanced plugin. Okay, so I'll upload it, and I'll pause this video until all the files have been uploaded. Okay, welcome back. Now that it has been uploaded, let's go back to the admin area, and I'll refresh this page. Okay, let's scroll. There you go. It is the first plugin. It's called Advanced Admin Menus. So once we activate this plugin, it will automatically or immediately appear on this menu section. So I click on Activate, and there you go. Now the menu, the Advanced Admin Menus has been changed. So this is much cleaner look and a much faster way for you to browse through this admin area using all these links which directly appear once you hover your cursor to a section. Okay, so that's all on how you can make use of plugins. So just choose your necessary plugins which you want, which you desire, and then upload the folder to the directory which I've shown just now, and then activate them. But according to each and every developer's plugins, you have to follow the instructions, because sometimes there are more or additional steps besides just uploading and activating the plugin on this page. So thank you for watching, and have deal with your widgets. Now basically widgets can be found on your blocks sidebar. Now for example, let's go back to the website, the blog. You can see on the right hand side over here there is a about section, and archives, categories, text, pages. So basically there are links on the right hand side. So all these are the widgets. So you will want to know how to deal or how to create these widgets according to your own preference, and also place all your links, your necessary links which you want to be placed over here. So in order for you to do that, in the admin section of your WordPress blog, click on Presentation tab, and then click on Widgets. Now you will be presented with a page which you are looking right now, and as you can see over here on the left hand side, it says this is the default sidebar. So currently the default sidebar is what you have just seen just now on the blog. Okay, all the widgets, the common widgets are being placed. So now if you want to place your widgets, you can just click on any of the links over here. Okay, you can drag the boxes into this box. So for example, if let's say I drag this page about box over here, and I drag it using my left click mouse and place it here, and then I click on the Save Changes button. Now the block will be updated. So let's refresh. Okay, you can see here only the About button appears, or the About section appears over here on the widget, and the rest have been deleted. So you can work on your sidebar by using this option over here. Now let's bring this back. Now scroll down again, and you can see over here categories widgets. Basically these categories widgets are the number of categories which you have specified on your WordPress blog. Okay, let's say I click on save changes and go back to my blog. Okay, these categories you can see over here. Your blog categories, basically you will specify this in the other part of the admin area, which I will show you later part of the video. But as an example, let's go back to my blog, my own blog. You can see this is category section. I have case studies, general, personal diary. These are basically subtopics or topics which you want to talk on your blog, which you want to write about on your blog. So you can specify these categories in your admin area, the WordPress admin area. So if you need to have one section over here, you'll just need to specify, or you just need to specify it as one over here, one category. Okay, and then when you specify as one, then the category block, sorry, not this block, okay, over here, then the category box will only appear once. You can see here category 1, and there isn't any other category box. So now let's say if I have text widgets, you can see text widgets basically are all those text. Now look, let's go back to my blog, my own blog, and scroll down. You can see over here all these are text widgets, my websites. I have links to all my websites, and this image can also be used by can also be placed by using the text widget. And this is another example, text widget. All these are the text. That means it's just in text and normal words. So let's say I will want to specify more than one. Okay, so I'll just choose, let's say if I have 4, and I click save. Let's scroll down. You can see there are 4 text boxes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now let's proceed on dealing with text widgets. Now let's see if I want to customize this text widget. I will drag this, left click on my mouse, do not release, drag this to this box over here, and then I click save changes, and let's see, these widgets will be removed. There you go. There isn't anything over here because I have not placed or have not written any content in it. So in order for me to write or to insert the content to the text widget, click on this image. You can see here a square image, square icon here. Click once and you'll see a box appears. So this will be the place where you will put in the content. And over here is the title, if you want any title to appear. So for example, if I just type in an example text title over here, and then right here you will type in your content. Now to play around with this, I will recommend that you open your own HTML editor. For example, like using Dreamweaver or FrontPage, or you can also get any free HTML editors which you can search on the internet and you can get it for free. Now I will work on FrontPage. Okay, so I will work on the text that I want it to be placed over here, because I will want to create some links, and I will also want to arrange all these text links properly. So I will prefer to use a HTML HTML editor to do this, because you will get the code from here. So for example, if let's say I want to create a link, bullets, for example, just say my website link number 1, enter, website link number 2, website link number 3, website link number 4, for example. Then let's say each of these links will have their own URL. So I will put all the URL. I'll insert a URL. sorry. For example, this is the URL. Okay, and I'll click OK. Let's do the second one. And the fourth one. Okay, once I have this ready, I will go to the code view or the split code, and you can see this is the full code. So I will select all these. Okay, you can see here. Right click and copy, and then let's go back to the WordPress admin area over here, and I'll paste it over here. Once I'm done, I click on this close button, and let's click on the save changes button. There you go, the sidebar has been updated. Let's refresh. There you go, the widget has appeared. So this is an example of a text widget, and the website link is over here. Okay, now similarly with a text widget, you can also insert an image. Let's say if you have a image button which you want to place it over here, the widget section. Same thing, let's go back to front page. I will remove all this. Okay, first of all, you need to have your image ready on a server on the internet live. So for example, I have my own image which I have it on this location here. You can see I already have this on my server. So I will want to link this image onto my blog on the text widget. So first of all, I need to get the link. So again, the easy way is to get the code from using a HTML editor. So I will insert a picture from the file. Okay, let's find, this is the link. Okay, now I need to point it to the full server path, full URL. Okay. Next, I want the image to appear in the center, so I will make this in the center. Secondly, I will also want to link this image to my affiliate link, for example, okay, or to your own product. So I will again do the same thing for the text link which I've done just now. Just insert a hyperlink. For example, let's say this is the link, just an example. And if I want the link to open in a new window, I will click on this target frame and choose a new window and click on OK, and click on OK. So once I have finished this, so let's go back to the code area and get the proper code. So it starts from here. You can see the P tag right until end over here. So I'll just click on my shift button on my keyboard and click on my mouse. And once I have the code selected, I'll copy this code, right click, copy. And let's go back to the widgets bar. Now let's drag another text 2. Okay, I'll click on this image or icon here. As you can see, it appears over here. So I just paste the code over here, right click and paste. And if you have any title, just put it here. For example, banner dashboard. You can also not have any title, it's up to you. Click on the close tag and click on save changes. Okay, it has been done. Let's refresh. There you go. You can see this is the title, and the image has been placed right in the middle with the link. So if I click on the link, it will open a new tab or new window. Okay, so that is how you deal or work with a text widget. Now you can actually arrange this. Let's say if you want the image to appear on top, then you can just drag this and put it on top. Click Save Changes, and you can see that you will see that the banner image will be on top. There you go. So do the same thing for the rest of the widgets. Let's see if you want, you need to click or you need to put in more. Put it about, archives. If you want a calendar, you want the categories, just place everything. You want the pages, so you can arrange where you want them to be placed. Let's say the pages you want to be the first on top, just drag it on top. And if you want the about button to be on the second position, just place it over here, just drag it. Okay, so that's how you deal. Once you are done, just click on Save Changes, and now our block will be full of widgets on the right hand side. And there you go, you can see the pages, about, banner dashboard, example textile, archives, a calendar, and so on. Okay, so that's all for this part of this tutorial, and thank you for watching. Or basically, if you go to your default block that you see right now, if I put my cursor over this link, and if you look at the status bar below, the URL has the ending with /? P equals 1. So this kind of link is quite ugly. Let's say I click on this link. You can see over here, this is the kind of default WordPress blog link. Okay, it uses the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, and it doesn't even have the title or anything related to the content of the post or the page. So normally people would like to change the format of the links so that it will look much nicer, and besides that, it also increases the chances of getting your post or your pages indexed by search engines. Example, if you go to my blog over here, this is my main blog, you can see even the pages over here. If you look properly, look at the status bar below here. Okay, look at here. You can see that it all ends with just a keyword or a normal word instead of a number. Similarly, it is also the same for my post. You can see here, if I click on here, this link, you can see over here it has the keyword or a normal sentence. It says, are you prepared for an online business? So this will actually increase the chances of getting my post or my pages indexed by search engines. So in order for you to change that, you'll need to go to options, click on this options tab over here, and then click on these permalinks. Okay, let's scroll down. You can see here that the default URL or the default format is like this, just like how I showed you just now. And you can even choose if you want it to be in date and name based, or numeric, or even custom. Now mine, I have my own one, which is custom. And if you want to know more about the text which you need to put over here, go to WordPress documentation on this URL. Okay, pause this video if it's necessary for you, and then scroll down and see this section over here, structure text. These are the text which you can put in: the year, month, the day, hour, minute. But you must remember that it says here, make sure to end your structure with either post ID or post name. Okay, so for example, let's highlight all of these, right click, okay, and let's say I put in like this. So if I put this way, that means my blog URL will be in the format like this, amazingmarketingcenter.com/blog, and then it will have the year of the post, and the month of the post, the day of the post, and the post name, the name itself. Now normally people do not like this kind of format because it's too long, so they'll take the most important sections. The most important or the most common custom permalinks which I've seen nowadays is either the person either uses the tag category, with the post name, okay, or just the post name. Like mine, I just use the post name. There you go, this is my own blog, and this is how my custom tag looks like. So it's just the post name, which is why the blog address URL, for example, okay, over here, look at the status bar, it has the path, the full path to my blog, and then after that it's just the post name. Okay, this post name can be specified by yourself. I'll come to this section later on in the later series of the videos. Okay, so it's up to you on how you want it to be done. So I have it just having the post name tag on it. So if you want to have the category tag, then you can just do like this, or if you want the post name tag alone, then just delete the category tag. So let's see, it's just an example. So once you have done that, you'd like to click on this update permalink structure. Okay, you can see now it says you should update your .htaccess file now. Okay, this is the second step, because right now your permalinks are not working properly yet unless you update your htaccess file. So this is how you do it. You can see here it says that if your .htaccess file were writable, we could do this automatically, but it isn't. So these are the mod rewrite rules you should have on your htaccess file, because this htaccess file resides in a directory where I do not allow it to be writable, which is why when I did the changes just now, the permalink structure changes, the system could not edit the htaccess file automatically, so I have to do this on my own manually. So this is how I do it. Now I will go to my FTP client. So right now I'm in the blog directory, so I need to upload a .htaccess file into this directory, main blog directory, in order to make the permalinks work properly. So this is how I do it manually. I will copy all this content, select, right click, and click on copy. Next I will open a notepad. So from this notepad, I will paste the content in it, and I will save it as .htaccess file. So go to save as, choose the place where I want to save the file, and then on the file name I will choose .htaccess. So the file name must be exactly the same. It must have a dot and then followed by htaccess. Secondly, you must save the file as all files over here. You cannot choose as text document because it will not save as .htaccess file. Instead, it will save as text document. That is why you must choose all files over here. So once you have done that, go to save, and you are done. You now have a .htaccess file. So now we need to upload the file into the directory. Go back, and I will choose my desktop, location where I have the htaccess file, which is this. So I will upload this file into this directory. Okay, it's done. So now the permalinks should work properly. So let's check. I'll view my site. Okay, this is the site, test site. I'll click refresh. Now if you click on the link over here, you can see right now it no longer points toward numbers, but it points toward a word. You can see here it says hello world. So this is the name of the post, hello world. Okay, so this shows that it's working properly. So subsequently, when you create your pages and your post, they will all appear like this, and you will have even the opportunity to specify the name of the post which you want to appear over here. Okay, so that's all for this part of the video series. WordPress post. Now basically, when writing, there are two types of writing. The first one is writing a post, and a post is the standard post block, which you can see over here. Scroll down. So this is a post, example of a post. This is where the main writing of your blogs are located. Okay, and the next one is the right page. Now basically, pages are the links which you can see right here. You can see here home, about. You can add more pages or menu over here, and these are considered the pages, the blog pages. And it will also appear over here if you put in the pages text widget in this section. Okay, so now writing a page and writing a post, for example, let's go back. You'll type in the title, and you'll type in the post over here. This is a test post by Amir Salim, and you can change the font by using all these options. Let's say if you want it to be bold, just select and bold it, or you want it to be in italics, underlined. You can change the font size to a bigger size. Okay, you can change the font whether you want it to be in Arial, for example. You can also add an image. You can see here, insert image, and a new box will appear, and you need to point, or you need to put in the full image URL. Okay, you can see here image URL. You need to point to the full one. For example, let's say full URL. Let's point to one of my own images on my server. Okay, there you go, the image has been appeared. Now image description, if you want to type any description, for example, info product dashboard, and the title, just say this, info product dashboard. Okay, and you can also choose over here the appearance. Click here once whether you want it to be aligned in the middle or the top. You can see on the right hand side over here, this will be the example on where your image will be located. So if you do not set anything, it will be located like this. That means your words will be around here and the image will be here. If you put it in the top, then it will be like this. If you put it in the middle, it will be like this, and so on. So let's see if it's on the left, so all the words will be placed up here. You can also change the dimensions, the constraint, proportions you want it to be checked or not. Whether you want any border, you can put in border if you want. For example, put border 1, and you can choose all this. Another option is to go to the advanced tab over here, and you can also get an alternative image. That means an extra or different image if you put your cursor or your mouse cursor over the image. Okay, so all these options are quite optional. Generally, you will just want the alignment, the dimensions, and the image to appear properly. Once you are done, you just click on the insert button over here, and the image will appear over here. Okay. You can also specify the categories, which category this falls onto, but I have not specified any categories yet. So if you have specified a category, all those categories will be listed over here, and you can tick whether for you to choose on which categories does this post belong to. Let's scroll down. Optionally, you can even upload a file for people to download on your blog. You can browse here and choose a file on your computer, type in the title and description, and click on upload button. Now let's open up this. You can see open up the box. I will recommend that you just allow these two boxes to be checked. If you want the post to be password protected, that means only a certain number of people can read the post, then you'll type in a password over here. So you can see how powerful this WordPress application is. Now the post slug will be the description or the name of your post. So this is very important. You need to put this, especially if you are using permalinks. In the previous part of the videos, I've shown you how to create the permalinks so that it will be more search engine friendly. So right here you will type in the name of the post. For example, if I type in a test post, okay, now I'll show you what happens later on. Okay, the name will be test post, the name of the link of the post. The ending will be this name. Post status, whether it's in draft, pending review, published, or private. Right now it is in draft because I'm typing the post or creating the post. And the timestamp, you can edit the date of the post. So even if you want to backtrack, or you want to bring the post back to last week or to last 2 weeks or to previous dates which are over, you can change this. Okay, it means the post will look at a different date. So the rest are more advanced options, so I will skip on all those. And once I'm done, I will click on the save button. Now save button will just save the post, but it will not publish. But if I click on publish, it will save and publish the post. So I will just click on publish. Okay, you can see the post saved, and we can view the post. So I'll refresh. And there you go, you can see the post appears over here with this date, timestamp, and remember this image, all this, it has appeared. The image has appeared, the post has appeared over here. And you can see over here, okay, this is the link. If I put my cursor on this title of this post, take note at the status bar below here. Okay, around here, take note. Okay, look at the status bar below. You can see the ending name is test-post. So that is the name which I specify in the slug. You can see right here, post slug. This is the name of the post. Basically, we name the post to identify it. So you can see it appears what we specify on the post slug. Okay. So now if you want to create your pages, for example, so again it is quite the same as writing a post. Click on write page over here. There you go. You can see the page title, the page content, except that it will not appear as a post, but it will appear as the whole page. Okay, I will show you an example. So let's say test page. Okay, and test line 1. Let's copy. I will copy. Sorry. If you want to paste, test line 2. Okay, so this post over here, instead of this section over here, instead of being published as a post, it will publish as a whole page. So again, the rest of the options are similar, quite the same, except that there is no post slug because this is not a post. The name will be this name itself, the test page. You can also password protect, and you can see the page parent, whether you want this to be part of the about section, which you can see over here, whether you want the page to be in the section of the about section or the parent or the main page. Sorry, no parent, the main page. That means if I choose this option, it will appear along with all these menu links. That means it is same degree as the rest, same status. Okay. Now once I have everything, I just click on publish. And there you go, the page has been saved. Now let's refresh. You will see a new tag. There you go, test page. Let's click on this test page, and you can see it goes entirely to a new page. So this page, this whole page, instead of a post, it is just a page by itself. If you specify as many content as you want in this page, it will appear everything over here. So there won't be any more post, any other post in this page, because this is just a standard page. Okay. So if you want to manage your page, click on this manage button, and you can manage your post by clicking on this link or clicking on this link. So you can see this. Currently there are two pages. One is the about page, and another one is the test page. So again, if you want to create a new page, you can optionally or alternatively click on this link. If you want to edit the pages, just click on edit button over here. If you want to view them, click on view, and if you want to delete, just click on the delete button. Now you can also manage your uploads in case you have any uploads being done. You can see there's only one upload over here, and over here you specify your categories. Okay, just add new category, the name, the slug name, that means again like the post slug category, for example category 1, and then the category has a parent category or a category of its own, and description is optional. Just add category 1 added.